Hi, and welcome to Incentives and Rebates from Government for Strata Sustainability in New South Wales, May 2023. So there is a lot of government assistance that New South Wales strata schemes can avail themselves of. We're just going to briefly go through each of them from this article that was posted on LinkedIn. First of all, the Australian Government, the Clean Energy Regulator, has small-scale technology certificates, or STCs, and these are known as the solar rebate, which everyone has known for a very long time. And the STC rebate can also apply to switching out a common gas hot water plant and replacing it with an electric heat pump. Then we move to the New South Wales Government. New South Wales Climate and Energy Action provides the Energy Savings Scheme. So this is a lighting retrofit incentive, particularly for people that still have fluorescent lighting that still needs to be upgraded to motion-censored LED lighting. Now, the New South Wales Energy Savings Scheme can also apply to retrofitting a common area gas hot water plant and replacing it with a heat pump. And it is actually possible to double dip and get both the federal government STC rebate and the New South Wales ESS rebate if you move your common hot water plant to a heat pump. And the type of certificates that you get are called ESCIs under this New South Wales government program. Then New South Wales Climate and Energy Action also has the Home Energy Efficiency Rebate, or HERE program. This is more for standalone houses, but a very small strata scheme, such as a red brick or a white brick walk-up, might want to apply for it for a very small number of fluorescent lighting upgrades to LED. But it really comes into its own when you've got a lot of halogen downlights, which could be in a foyer entry to a strata building. If you've got more than 15 of those halogen downlights, you might want to look at getting them replaced under the HEER or HERE program. Then New South Wales Climate and Energy Action also has Materials Online, a 5-step process for making your strata building EV ready. And they've got a building EV charging costing tool calculator. Then the next thing that we're waiting for from New South Wales Climate and Energy Action is there's a promise to allocate up to $10 million of funding to be distributed to up to 125 strata schemes which have more than 100 car spaces for the retrofit of EV charging infrastructure. And we understand that that won't include the actual charge stations themselves. It will be for the backbone being retrofitted into these larger strata buildings to allow EV charging. Then Sydney Water has the WaterFix program, and you can request a free remote WaterFix strata assessment if you send through your Sydney water bill. Then we move into the local council assistance programs. So the City of Sydney has the Smart Green Apartments program, which has a limited intake each year, and they've got the Green Building Grants. And this can allow a strata scheme to get up to $15,000 funding for sustainability assessments, EV charging reports, or first or consecutive neighbours for apartment buildings ratings. City of Sydney also has the Innovation and Ideas Grant, and this is more for really special items which haven't been done before in a strata building, and as a demonstration of a implementation of a new technology that hasn't been done before in a strata, you could apply for up to $10,000 to $50,000 per year for up to 3 years, or $5,000 for one-time capital funding towards that innovative project. But you'd have to demonstrate that it hasn't been done in any other strata building before. Then the North Sydney Council has the Future Proofing Apartments program, where they will fund a sustainability assessment for any of the residential strata schemes in the North Sydney area, but not the commercial strata schemes. Then Inner West Council has a lot of materials on their Go Solar for Strata program. They've also got a pre-vetted map of over 200 strata buildings in the LGA, which are good for solar, and you can look them up on the Google map. Wallara Council now have strata consultations for rooftop solar and strata consultations for EV charging. And these are free 30-minute consultations with an expert. They also have run in the past their apartment and strata savings program, which sponsors a free sustainability assessment for the apartment buildings. Randwick Council also has the 30-minute strata consultations for rooftop solar and EV charging, but they've also got a local government rebate program. And you can see, for example, they'll pay up to 25% of the cost of a shared EV charge point, up to a value of $5,000, pay up to 50% up to the value of $1,000 for an energy assessment, pay 25% up to $5,000 for a heat pump, 25% up to $2,000 for insulation, 25% up to $5,000 for a lighting upgrade, 50% up to $250 for a pool pump, 25% up to $2,000 for a rainwater tank, 10% up to $5,000 for solar PV or battery, and 50% up to $100 for a solar health check, and 25% up to $2,000 towards your Sydney water fix. Waverley Council has run the Building Futures program for high-rise apartment buildings in particularly the Bondi Junction area. They've also got the 30-minute strata consultations for rooftop solar and 30-minute strata consultations for EV charging. Lane Cove Council has the Greener Apartments program, where they'll fund a sustainability assessment for a residential strata scheme. Mossman Council has the Apartment and Strata Savings program, where they'll assist the residential strata building with a sustainability report. The City of Canada Bay has the Solar for Community program. And for this, the Owners Corporation has to commit to spending the equivalent of the council-funded report that the strata building gets on an actual project. So the reports could be between $1,000 and $3,500. The Owners Corporation is committing to spending at least that much money on an actual implementation project. Ku-ring-gai Council has energy smart rebates. So these are capped at $6,000 per apartment building, but it can include 50% co-funding up to $2,000 for a shared EV charge point, 50% co-funding up to $4,000 for solar, provided that it's connected to a minimum of 8 units, and that could be used for something like Illume Energy's SolShare. 50% co-funding up to $2,000 for replacing a centralized gas hot water plant with a heat pump, and 50% co-funding up to $4,000 in a strata of 20 plus units for LED lighting or ventilation, pool pump, or solar PV. Northern Beaches Council also has an energy and solar advisory service where you can get a free 20-minute conversation. So I hope you've enjoyed a list of the federal, state, and local council assistance programs for sustainability in residential strata. Thank you.